Welcome back. This is What's Done in the Dark Tea. Okay, so we're just going to get right into it. I got started a little late watching the episode tonight, so it's kind of late, so I'm just going to hop right in. This is episode 16, and this is Casa Amor. So I'm not even going to lie, this episode had a lot of fluff. In the beginning, it took a minute, and they gave us every single part of Casa Amor. So I'm just going to try to snap right through it to get to the part that I know everybody wants to talk about. Okay, so when the episode picks up, we have Anaya and KC, and I just feel like this talk goes nowhere. I feel like at this point we pretty much know Anaya and KC, they're done. I just think that they know it, we know it. I think the relationship has ran its course. He could try to come back later, but we'll get to that. Zach is jealous of Kata having the conversation with Caleb. And honestly, this is not the first time that Zach has gotten jealous for no reason. Something about him is just giving very much red flag. I want to see Kata with someone else. Kinsey talks to the guys about the things that Corbin told her about them perceiving her as lustful. She's very hung up on the fact that she's not lustful. They explained to her that they weren't saying that, her and Gabe were the same, just the situations that they were in with talking to more than one person. She said she understood. They moved on. Then we get, Zach is still on his BS. He pulls Bryce for a conversation, and they're talking about him still being upset about this whole Caleb thing. Melanie is talking to Kata. Kata's telling her, I don't understand why Zach is upset. I'm not interested in Caleb in that kind of way. Of course, I said we'd have more conversations, but I really like Zach. Okay, so then we get to a part where Zach is in the kitchen. He's talking to Jen. He's talking to Melanie. He's just having a conversation with everybody in the kitchen. He's perfectly fine. And then Kata walks up and is like, I need to talk to you. She does kind of have an attitude, but she's pissed. She had already tried to talk to him before, tried to, kiss him, whatever. He was avoiding her. So he's like, kind of like, oh, I don't want to talk. I'm having a good conversation with them. Finally gets up and talks. He's still going back and forth about being jealous. Honestly, I don't know. I want their relationship to be done. I don't know if it's done, but I'd like it to be done. Kinsey and Corbin, they have a conversation, and Kinsey is just telling Corbin, like, I would like for a guy to, like, if it's like the last piece of something, I would like him to offer it to me first. She's just expressing the things that, kind of expressing her love language in a way to him, and he completely misreads it. He's not into it. He pretty much perceives that as her, like, saying that he's doing something wrong. I could see it in his eyes then. He was immediately checked out. I knew that going into Casa Amor, that was going to be just a mess. We'll get there. The guys talk, and the guys are talking. Zach is still on the same thing. Like, he drags this out for so freaking long. Like, it is absolutely annoying. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Like, I feel like if the shoe was on the other foot, you remember, like, after they went to the hideaway, he kept saying, what about a bombshell? What about a bombshell? What about a bombshell? He was okay if it was him, but her even talking to someone else has him, like, shaken to his core. I don't like that at all. Everybody's getting ready for bed. Casey is like, oh, are y'all good? And Anaya's just like, why the fuck are you asking everybody if they're good? We're not good. And she turns over. It was kind of like a funny moment. They were playing back and forth, but it was still just like, Casey, Casey pissed me off so bad this episode. Then we get this really awkward moment where Bryce, I don't know what, Bryce has just been getting more and more freaky as these episodes go on, but we get this shot of, like, Trinity essentially telling Bryce, like, oh, you've showed everybody else your your member. Okay, we'll just go with that. Your French fry, I suppose. I guess you're showing everybody your French fry. Let me see it. And she's like, "Oh, it's cute. It's cute." It was awkward, but I guess cute for them. They have a very quirky kind of whatever, so cute for them. Then Zach and Bryce are, of course, talking again. All they do is freaking talk. Zach and Bryce, like, they are playing so much into it. Like, I really want to know, is this production that is, like, just overly, well, it can't even be production, because some of the things I saw, even in this episode, has got me seriously questioning what the fuck is going on. But I'm just wondering, like, why are we seeing so much of this? Like, y'all really want us to know that there's, like, a lot of flirting going on between those two. Like, y'all really want us to know, like, we see it. You don't have to, we see it. Then Anaya and Mel have a conversation. Mel is just pretty much telling Anaya, like, explore. Like, if Casey wants to explore, then you should explore too. And I don't think anything is wrong with that. Because I kind of agree. All the girls are catching up. Trinity is saying that she likes Bryce. Anaya's still upset about KC. And then again, everybody is in agreement that she needs to explore. KC wants to explore. She needs to explore. Because Casey is, like, at the same time saying that he wants to explore. Anaya, whenever these bombshells come in, I wish she could hear me. Like, somebody tell her this in the villa. Like, when those guys get here, do not even think about KC one time. Because he didn't think about you. Not even one time. Please. Just please let loose and have a good time. Sincere is giving advice. And every time he tries to give someone advice, I'm like, Sin, shut the fuck up. I think that he is so beautiful to look at. But please, sir, just shut up. Yeah. So then we find out that, so Anaya ends up getting a text. That's whenever they find out the Hearts on Fire challenge is going to happen. And, that's pretty much like, that's like the heart rate challenge from last season. It's one of the best episodes. It's so good. So the girls are getting ready. The guys are getting ready. And then they show, this is what I'm talking about with the production thing. We get this wild scene. I had to go back and rewind it, but it's literally like Zach is sitting on the bed, Bryce is standing up, and he, like, grabs his chin, and he's like face to crotch, and he, like, grabs his chin and makes him look up. I'm like, I know that they're practicing or whatever, but y'all chose to show us that just, like, that very intimate moment, if you will. It was just very it just made me laugh. Like, what is going on? So Zach gets a text. They tell him, like, they're going to be leaving the villa. And then KC gets a text immediately after and says, Casa Amor, you get a shot. The guys got their bags. They're all, happy. They're running out of the house, blah, 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 blah. They get to the house. The Casa Amor house is beautiful. Like, I love it every year. I just feel like it's beautiful. So then the girls are getting dressed in the fitting room. When they come down, they don't see the guys. In the middle where, like, the fire pit area is, there's a giant box. So the girls are ecstatic. They're so happy. They're thinking that the guys are in the box. They're not knowing, they're thinking that this is a good gift. At this point, the guys are in Casa Amor. The girls are in the villa. The guys are sitting around the fire pit. The girls are sitting around the fire pit. And then the present that the girls have in theirs, it opens. And it is a giant flat screen TV. And then it pans. On the TV pops up a shot of all the guys sitting around the fire pit. And then the next thing you know, 6 new bombshells are coming in back to back. First we get Amora. She's a fire girl. She's from, or like, her costume is a fire girl. She's from Atlanta. She says she's into fashion. She's very beautiful. We've got Pramita. She's a Catwoman uniform. She's from Texas. She's Iranian. She's a Gemini and I think a personal trainer. Whenever Corbin sees her, he literally says, I'm going back with someone different. And then I don't know who it was, but then I kind of think it was KC said, Kinsey out the window. Kinsey, I know that you feel so stupid right now that you had. Not saying that Caleb isn't a freak, because from what we see in Casa Amor, Caleb is a freak. Yes, sir, he is. But not saying that, Caleb might not have done you dirty, but I just think that Caleb's intentions with her were more genuine. So whenever it came to Casa Amor, I feel like he might have put more thought into hurting Kinsey's feelings opposed to what Corbin is doing, because Corbin does not care. Okay, Corbin does not care at all. He literally says, "I'm going back with somebody different," and Kinsey is watching the whole thing. She knows that, and this is within the first two girls coming out. This is the first two girls, and he's already said, "Oh, I'm taking home someone different." Then Jaden comes out. Jaden's very pretty. She's a police girl. She's from California. She said she just graduated. She's a tall, leggy blonde. It seems like a lot of the guys like her. As the girls are going down the line, Caleb just lays back and he goes, "This is a dream come true." I just thought that was so cute. I hope Caleb has the best time. I really do. As she's going down, as she's going down the line, Bryce is creepy ass gonna make a comment talking about something. "That's not the only thing that's hard." Bryce, in the words of Trinity, don't piss me off. So then Tiara comes in. So yes, then we have Tiara. She's a nurse. Her costume is a nurse. She's a nanny in real life. She lives in LA, and as soon as she comes in, she expresses interest in KC. That's who she wants. As she's going down, she's kissing everybody. She's kissing Bryce. They're making out. And Trinity says, "He looking extra scrawny. Fuck him." Trinity's commentaries, I can't wait to get on TikTok. I hope somebody just takes out what all the crazy shit Trinity was saying. All the crazy shit Trinity was saying as they were going down the line. I hope somebody does that on TikTok. So then we have Alana. These were going so fast. I didn't even get... I missed some of her details, but she was the angel. Then we had Sydney. She was a race car driver. She was from Florida and a medical assistant. And whenever she was like doing her little thing and she straddled Caleb, that man, because she was a race car driver, I hear Caleb, he go, "Vroom, vroom." This episode belonged to Caleb. This episode belonged to Caleb. It was fucking hilarious. So then, let's see. Oh yeah, Kata gets a text, and lets them know that Casa Amor has started or whatever, and the guys are gone. The girls are obviously pissed, and they're like, they're kind of sitting there waiting, like, okay, we have to watch this shit, but where's the men? Where's the men? It doesn't seem like the men are coming because the girls are waiting forever. So then it's time for the boys to go. And first out is Corbin. And I don't know exactly what he was supposed to be. Maybe he was supposed to be like a Greek god or something. I don't even know what he was. But Corbin comes out and he's just kissing everybody. There's no dancing going on. There's no nothing. Corbin is just kissing everybody. It's just... ugh. Corbin is just kissing everybody. Then Caleb comes out. And he's Woody from Toy Story. Well, actually, I think he might be a cowboy, but he was saying, like, freeze. What was he saying? Legs in the air. And I was like, yes, sir. Mm-hmm. This isn't about me. Anyway, then we have Bryce coming out. He's a construction worker and just... absolutely not. There's just... absolutely not. And then they pan over and we get a shot of Zach like watching through the window, like intently looking at Bryce. And I'm like, why are y'all doing this to us? Just let them go home together. Why is Bryce not a Casa girl and just there dating Zach? I just don't understand. That would be more entertaining to me. Sin was maybe a boat captain. I don't know. He looked like a majorette or something, but I think he was supposed to be like the captain of the boat. But I'm not gonna lie, Sin, he was doing his thing. I think that the hips were moving. Sin he did good. I think honestly he might be the best one, if not second best one. I will say I think Sin. Wait, he might. Oh, I did like Caleb. Caleb was doing his thing. I'm not even gonna lie. Caleb was. We can't go back to Caleb. I said we were off that. Anyway, yeah. Sin, he did good. Zach came out. And why is Zach gonna go? Because the Persian girl was dressed as the cat, you know. Zach gonna come up to her and be like, cats need to be clean and licked. Okay. My freaky English man. Okay, Zach. Kato's gonna kick your ass. I just hope that you know that. Hope that you know. And then the last guy that comes out is KC. And of course he's doing the absolute most. He's going through kissing everybody. He lifting people up, flipping them in the air, dipping, sticking, licking, doing all this extra shit. But this part, the girls actually they're not actually seeing this. And I'm not sure why. I think they should have I'm sure that would have been pretty torturous. But I don't know why the girls didn't get to see the whole thing. But yeah, and that's pretty much how it goes. And as all of this is going on, the boys are meeting all the girls, everything like that. And the girls are just over there eating sandwiches. They're just eating sandwiches. There's no boys coming in. And I'm like, that's kind of crazy. Are the girls not going to get to do the heart rate challenge? I think that's crazy. Like, I wanted to see. Or maybe they'll end up having to do it later and compare the scores of like the Casa girls versus the girl that they were with. That would be extra messy, but maybe that's what they're going to do. I don't know. But the girls are there eating sandwiches. They can hear the girls over there screaming, having a good time. So Crash Out Kins, of course. Crash Out Kin, she's like, let's yell fuck you, let's yell fuck you. She reminds me so much of my friend from high school. Like, she even looks like her and everything, and she was so intense, just the same way. She reminds me so much of her. But Crash Out Kins is, she's yelling fuck you, she's going off. I will say I did like how Melanie, she seemed very level-headed. Like, I could tell that she was stewing, she was mad. But when the girls were like, about to lose it, she was like, no, like, we need to see this, we need to watch this, this will tell us how to move forward, like how to play this situation or whatever. And I agree. Like, I think that she was being level-headed. And as the episodes go on, I really think that what I said in the beginning about Melanie is true. I'm not saying that she's a perfect person or whatever, because I do think that she's done a lot of things that were like, eh. But I do think that in the beginning, I do feel like she just was super overwhelmed. And I think that she was just acting like crazy because she was just overwhelmed. But I think that like once she settled in and adjusted, we've gotten to see more of her personality, and I don't think she's bad. I don't know, I don't have anything really negative to say about Melanie, but I did think that it was cool that she was keeping everybody level-headed. So the girls are screaming fuck you, they're doing that whole thing. Crash Out Kins is in a full-on split. Just full-on split. Don't ask me how she got to splits, because what I just said makes no sense for why she would be in a splits, but leave it to Crash Out Kins to always be able to find a way to do a split. But yeah, that's kind of how the episode ends, and then we get a preview for tomorrow's episode, and we get to see that I think they said 12 guys are coming in for the girls, so it's like double the amount are coming in, and they're all looking for the girls. So this should be really interesting. After what I saw tonight, I can't imagine. I mean, it was really bad, mostly for like KC, and Corbin. Well, honestly, all of them. I feel like Sincere, if surprisingly, I don't know if because his all the stuff that had happened with him and Melanie and Soul, people weren't maybe as interested in Sincere. I'm not sure, but it seemed like he didn't do the most, but the rest of the guys, I would say they did a lot, especially Corbin and Casey. I can't imagine that those relationships are salvageable. But see, it makes for good TV, but that's pretty much it. That's all that happened in the episode, but from the preview, it does look like it's going to be pretty interesting tomorrow. So I will be back tomorrow. I'll get this up for you guys in the morning, and I will be back tomorrow night. And that's it. You guys have a good night. Bye.